to SLR Studies. I am Leeladhar, and in the previous session we have discussed about the Tungabhadra river basin and its problems, and also in this session we are going to discuss about the rational use of water and equitable use, and we have read about the use of water and also the need to look at the inflows and outflows of a particular area, and also this is very important for the judicious and the fair use, judicious use and with fairness of water use. And also the Hiware Bazar is a village, it is a good example for this. And starting with the history, the Hiware Bazar is a village in the Maharashtra state, in the Ahmednagar district. The Hiware Bazar was located in the rain shadow region of Sahyadri hill station. And next, and the Hiware Bazar village gets annual rainfall about 400 millimeters per year. And also this is although the Hiware Bazar village is a highly rain-fed region, and there is no problem of rainfall for this village. Though the government has held some bandis on the use on the people, such as there are 4 bandis called bandis are nothing but bans. First one, Kurahad Bandi, it is a ban on felling trees, and second one, Charai Bandi, ban on free grazing, and the Nasbandi, family planning, and also the Nasha Bandi, it is a ban on liquor. And these 4 bans helped the government to maintain the people working. And also the Hiware Bazar village the Hiware Bazar was selected in the Adarsh Gram Yojana Sabha, which was held in the Maharashtra state. This Adarsh Gram Yojana was held in the Maharashtra state by the Maharashtra government, and Hiware Bazar was a village which was selected in that Yojana. And also, under this Yojana, the villages which were selected has to use the water in a rational manner, and they should not use the water in injudicious ways, such as wasting the water for useless things. Such things should not be done when selected under the Adarsh Gram Yojana by Maharashtrian government. And under this Yojana, the Hiware Bazar village, the people has built many continuous contour trenches was built in their homes, and also the roadsides, and such as the percolation tanks and loose boulder structures and etc. were built in the Hiware Bazar village, and these are very helpful for the maintaining. These are very helpful for the maintaining the water level in that village. And also these helped very much very much helped the government for maintaining and doing the do not losing the water. And also the Hiware Bazar village, not only all these 4 bandis, there is one extra bandi. It is called as a ban on it is the ban on borewells. As we know, the Hiware Bazar village is getting the all these helps by the helping of the government. Also the government has launched a Shramdan, means forceful labor by the people. Means every person has to at least work for some time for harvesting of water. Many soil and water conservation methods were taken in the Hiware Bazar village, and also water harvesting methods took place in the Hiware Bazar village. All this helped this village to save the water in their area, and also this helped many people in that village to use the annual rainfall water as a daily needs. And also this is a very big deal for the Hiware Bazar village, as it is the only village which is selected under the Adarsh Gram Yojana, and also it gets the annual rainfall about 400 millimeters. And again, like this, the Hiware Bazar village is very best village which put its hands on saving the water, and not only saving the water but giving the water to so many people. And the Hiware Bazar village was the only village for the first time. It is not only an example, it is an idol, it is a model for all the villages which are surrounding the Hiware Bazar village. And like this, we are going to discuss about the water as a common pool resource in the next topic. And now we are discussing about the water as a common pool resource. It is the last but one topic in this chapter. And let's start the discussion. As we know, the loss on groundwater. The groundwater has become a most useful material in our daily life. The groundwater is becoming very useful to us. Without groundwater, in many places the water is not there, so they are becoming as a drought areas. So because of the availability of groundwater, only many places are getting drinking water, and also the water for daily needs, and for living also the people are getting the water from the groundwaters. And also if nowadays the laws on groundwater are both outdated and inappropriate, because the laws are inappropriate because of the basic link between the groundwater and usage was not correct by the government. And also the ground like this, the water and the water as a common pool resource. We can discuss about the water as a common pool resource because the groundwater is becoming the most useful in our daily life. And also now we are at the groundwater at the discussion. And the groundwater, nowadays the borewells have a potential to draw a lot of water from the ground. And also this became very harmful to our lives, because drying of more water from one borewell can dry out all other borewells which are surrounding them. And the government has to take steps to reduce the usage of the borewells. Instead of the borewells, in the agriculture also, the farmers should use the micro irrigation techniques. And also the micro irrigation techniques, here comes the first one, is a drip irrigation. It is very helpful for saving of the water. In the drip irrigation, the drop by drop will be irrigated for the plants. And also the next one is the sprinkling irrigation. The sprinkling irrigation will send water in all directions. As we in our daily life activities, we will see either in cinemas or in some movies, we will see a shower like one, which is throwing the water in all directions, and it is it is rotating like this and like this in direction, and it is sending the water in all directions like this and like this, and it is called as a sprinkling irrigation. And like this, the farmers has to use the micro irrigation techniques to save the water, instead of taking the water from borewells. And they should use these techniques for saving the water, not only for saving the water. If the water is not saved in these generations, the future generations may not get the water. As you know already, the Hyderabad is a water scarce city. The water scarcity area in Hyderabad, there will be no water because the groundwater level has decreased in the Hyderabad. To reduce this problem in Tamil Nadu state, the government took many steps to reduce these problems. The Tamil Nadu government has taken many steps to reduce the groundwater level problems, such as they have ordered the people to build pit-like structures in their areas and also in their homes. And this helps to store the water, and also slowly the water will get down to the sand and get down to the layers by layers in the earth, and finally they reach the ground level of water. So in like this, the groundwater level can be recharged by the building the pit-like structures. And also, as in the previous para, we discussed about Hiware Bazar village. The Hiware Bazar village also used like these steps to store the water and also to retain the groundwater levels. So these are very important steps to save the water. So as water is a common pool resource, we use the water for our domestic purposes and also the daily life purposes. The groundwater is a common pool resource. We can say the common pool resource because the groundwater is available same for every area. So it is a common pool resource for our life. So friends, like this, and today we are completing this session up to now. Thanks friends, thank you for watching this video. In the next session we are going to discuss about the in conclusion in this chapter.